easy to think that you'd be happier if you had more money or a smaller waistline or even a bit of free time. But to sneeze, pardon me, no, it's okay, it's past. Anyway, maybe we could all learn something from the world's happiest person. Scientists believe it's a 65-year-old Buddhist monk called Matthieu Ricard. He is a former French academic who now lives in Nepal. And he believes we can all become happier if we train our minds in the right way.
OK, Dr Susie Green is from the Positive Psychology Institute. Susie, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Looking very bright and happy today. Is Matthieu Ricard right? Can we train our minds?
Definitely. And I guess Matthieu Ricard talks about habits of happiness. So, yes, definitely we can.
Like what?
Well, I guess the research has shown that we're born with 50% genetically determined, so your genes affect your levels of happiness, 10% life circumstances, and 40% is in how you spend your day, so the sorts of activities that you do in your everyday life.
So do you mean some people just are born either glass half full or glass half empty type of people?
That's what the research is suggesting, that definitely that genes have a large part to play.
Can you fix up that bit though? If you're the 50% and you're grumpy, can you turn it around and make yourself happy?
Well, the research talks about a set point, but also a set range, so that there's no reason why you can't push yourself to the top end of your range. But the good news is that 40%, as I said before, can be affected by the way that you view your life and the sorts of activities that you do in your life.
You've got 3 tips on how we can work on that 40%. The first one is commit random acts of kindness.
Definitely, and I guess there's a growing interest in this field. It's not just random, but intentional acts of kindness as well. But things like paying somebody's parking meter, donating blood, looking for opportunities to let somebody in the traffic. All sorts of things that you could be on the watch for during the day to do something kind.
All right, next up, focus on being positive, having a positive outlook.
Definitely, and I guess we're born with what we call a negativity bias, so our brains scan for what can go wrong in terms of our survival. So we have to work extra hard to focus on the things that are going well. So we talk about an activity called WWW, what's working well, and train your brain at the beginning of every day to start focusing on the things that are going well rather than not so well.
And one of those is to let go of grudges,
Definitely.
which tends to eat people up, doesn't it?
Certainly does, and this is a really big one. So whenever we talk to people about forgiveness, if you like, often shoulders go up. I don't want to let go of that grudge. And I know forgiveness can be a tricky one, but we're talking about grudges that have gone past their use-by date. So those sort of negative emotions that eat away at us. So the benefits, it's not so much for the other person, although the other person would benefit. It's the benefits that we receive by letting go of the anger and the resentment.
Because we often find it really amazing at Christmas time, people who send in emails saying, oh, they're not having Christmas with their family because of an argument that happened 10 years ago.
Exactly.
And people carry those things
They
and
do.
you think, oh, what a burden.
For years and years, and there's been over 20 forgiveness interventions that have been conducted in the science, and all shown to significantly increase levels of happiness and well-being. So it's a big one.
And also think about today what it is that makes you happy. I think everybody has something different that gives them a little bit of a smile. Think about it and then see if you can find time for it. Lovely to talk to you.
I took Matilda on her first bus trip yesterday, on the bus, in a slinky bus, as she called it, the big ones at Ben. She'd never been on a bus before because
you were both happy.
Yeah, they're a bit dodgy in Vietnam. And just looking at her, she loved it.
It's
That's
the
very
simple
cute.
things, savouring the simple things.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, good to see you.
Thank you.
Great points. Be happy. There's the start.